That's up.
Double hoodies?
Double hoodie. Let's do it.
Oh, I'm jumping right in. So we got DuL0R.
DuL0R versus Bad Kenny, a.k.a. R2BK.
A.k.a. Gordo King.
The king of the Gordos, indeed.
So,
T3.
I guess
Interesting character.
I don't really know this matchup. I'm assuming that the Greninja Shuriken will knock the Gordos back.
We can assume that, considering how many other projectiles do.
A perfect shield knocks them back, so...
I mean, it's a matter of really just setting up and knowing how to play around the Gordos. More so, like, less so than just having a projectile that knocks them back, and more just playing around them.
Okay, so it doesn't, an uncharged one doesn't knock it back, so that's definitely in Bad Kenny's favor. But
that's very helpful.
We're definitely seeing an even match as of now, pretty much tied up. And
I know Kenny just trying to get in with those Gordos, opening up space.
Definitely. I honestly think these are two high tier characters in this game.
Yeah, I think DDD has been proven to be pretty good. You know, he has with the Gordo, he has ways to close space and block off sections of platforms or the area in front of him, even just by dropping one just like that.
Right. There's so many. There's like what, 3 or 4 different trajectories.
Yeah, you can throw them low. I think you can throw them like a middle average one. You can drop them right in front of you.
Right. And then there's the fast one that bounces like once or twice.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of option coverage with them.
So right now, Greninja with the stage control, but he is down 30%.
Yeah, and you know, being DDD can just hit you. You know, he's got a lot of hard-hitting moves, so if he connects with one of them, even that Gordo, almost taking dual stock right there. You know, he
goes for another Gordo. That's well-placed Gordos. This is definitely great DDD play here. And DuL0R just using Greninja's speed to his advantage, but right now he is down. And DDD does have Rage, so if DDD does take this stock, which he does, now he's going to be able to rack up some damage unless DuL0R could come back and get this stock quickly, which is going to be hard to do considering DDD is such a heavy character. Yeah,
he's really got that weight advantage. Even though Greninja's got the speed, the Gordo really closes off some of those options.
And it looks like DuL0R went for the down throw up air, wasn't able to connect, and...
Kenny's going to get eaten with the hammer from the Gordo toss.
And right now, Bad Kenny is slowly but surely pulling away with this lead.
Yeah, you know, he just needs to build up that percent. Wow. Right now, up to 49. Just, you know, he's already got the lead he really needs right now.
And I love how safe he plays with DDD. He uses the air attacks that cancel on the ground. You know, the nair, the forward air, he times them. And he just doesn't really do any unsafe moves with DDD. Just great spacing. Here comes a Shadow Sneak.
You know, he's been a fan of DDD for you know, since Brawl, and it's definitely showing you how much he knows about the character. But DuL0R bringing that back, he's got a lot of percent to make up here, but it's definitely not doable. You know, he's able to do it, but unfortunate with that side B Shadow Sneak there.
And that was the first time he projected. I mean, he deflected one of the Gordos with the Shadow Sneak, and he actually SEs because of it. So it looks like DDD might actually have this matchup, but well, we have to see more DDD Greninjas before we can make that assumption.
Yeah, you know, just by watching 2 players, you know, for one matchup doesn't really give you enough information.
All right. But just knowing that the Gordos are safe to throw against the Shurikens does make it a little bit easier for DDD to throw out those Gordos. But like I said, you could throw 3, 4 different trajectories. So he's not just simply putting, you know, the input to throw a Gordo. He's choosing wisely depending on where he is and where he is in the air and where the opponent is. So he's throwing some really good Gordos out. Yeah,
he's playing it smart. Definitely. If he wasn't, he would be in a bad spot because those Gordo, you know, the Gordo toss isn't that, you know, it's quick, but it leaves him in enough lag to be punished by a character like Greninja who's got the speed to get in there.
Definitely.
So he's definitely playing it smart enough to the point where he hasn't gotten punished that hard.
So we're going to see the same matchup here. DuL0R's going to stay with Greninja, and we're going to see Bad Kenny sticking with his bread and butter, King DDD.
Yeah. I kind of like the stage for DDD just because, you know, I like the stages with stationary platforms because the setups you can have with your Gordo. You know, you can drop them on a platform and let them bounce up there. And now that platform's pretty closed off to characters that aren't, you know, to players really that aren't confident in bouncing it, you know, knocking it away on their own.
Right, I had to go Rob in this matchup just because I knew I could throw out 2 projectiles that could potentially knock away a Gordo, and I was just using them to my advantage. So I do actually play winner of this match, I believe. So
yeah, you'll play them in the loser semis.
Right.
And from what I was watching before in your matchup, you know, you started learning about, you know, how to play around the Gordo, using your laser to deflect it and the top. And you got, as the match went on, you got better closing off the space that he had with the top. You know, you would place it near the ledge so that he had, you know, less options.
But don't forget how close that game 1 was.
That was very close game 1.
And it was funny, I got hit off stage, and one of my friends sitting behind me just said he's dead, and I wasn't looking at the time. Or no, he said he lost, and I looked at the time, that there was like 5 seconds left. I thought that I actually was losing percentage-wise, so I went for a grab. I was actually up 8%, so I could have lost myself the match going for that grab. Yeah. But yeah, that's how close it was. It went to a timeout. Both of us were throwing out our projectiles, and DuL0R takes the first stock.
Yeah, he's at high percent, but he definitely can do this right now if he just runs away and just, you know, peppers on that damage.
DDD, being a very strong character, could use a variety of moves to even this up right now. Gordo, any smash, back air, up air. There's like 8 attacks he could kill with right now. And right now, like I said, Bad Kenny likes to play safe, and he's just gonna use the Gordos. And I like what I'm seeing from DuL0R. He's racking up this damage, making sure he gets this lead and secures this lead.
Yeah, he's playing very safely right now.
He gets the running up smash, and just like that, 60% right now. DuL0R's still on his first stock. And one of the moves that won't kill, a down tilt, and that up tilt might have killed, but he gets hit by the down air. And right now, DuL0R taking a page right out of Bad Kenny's book and just securing this lead right now with his first stock. Another down tilt, not going to do it. And the Gordo gets reflected by the get-up attack, and that's a double damage. He hit him with the get-up attack and the Gordo.
Yeah,
and another down tilt.
That's put Bad Kenny in a really bad spot now. Over 100% on this.
That would have definitely killed.
Here.
And DuL0R coming in strong. I don't know who I would use against Greninja, to be honest. Maybe Ness, Sheik. I don't know. I've had times that I played against DuL0R before, but we've only played a few matches, and it was mostly Sheik or Ninja.
Got those ninja battles.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, definitely. But right now,
Kenny dropping low there, but
there's only a minute.
Snapping to that ledge.
Only a minute, 50 seconds left.
Back throw, that'll do it.
So right now, DuL0R plays patient. He could easily get the timeout. You know, 100% 's a lot of rack up against a fast character running away with a minute, 40 seconds left.
Yeah.
But I think DuL0R wants to win this outright. And let's see if Kenny's going to let him do that. The down throw, can't follow up. Nice perfect shield against the Gordo. And he goes for the up smash. And there's that Gordo bouncing up and down on that platform. Looks like it bounces 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, it's about 3 to 4 bounces if I'm not mistaken. But
running up smash.
Good running up smash from DuL0R. So it brings us back to 1-1. So we're going to go to game 3 here. And
nice.
I don't think either player is going to be changing characters.
Me neither.
And so I think we're just going to see a bit of a stage counter pick, and could potentially, you know, apparently that stage is not as good as I thought for DDD. Pretty good for Greninja in that matchup, unless, you know, it could have just been DuL0R really figuring it out.
Looked like he adapted, definitely.
He definitely adapted. I just, you know, I feel like Kenny wasn't playing around as well on those platforms. But, you know, we're going to a flat stage here I think on FD, so.
DuL0R is definitely respecting the Gordos.
Yeah.
In that first match, he was blocking them, and he feels he doesn't need to project. He doesn't need to deflect them. He just needs to not get hit by them, and he'll have this matchup. And that's what he's going for. It's hard to throw a Gordo in when there's someone in your face. So block the Gordo, get in his face. Goes for the double down air.
Yeah, Kenny's been using a lot of the stationary Gordos, the ones that more just
defensive type.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, he definitely feeling the pressure from Greninja, and wants to keep him back with them.
Nice nair.
He's also using them pretty aggressively there when he's in close.
And good stage control right now from DuL0R. Gets the forward air, and now he's charging up the shurikens, so those should deflect the Gordos. And right now, DuL0R taking an early lead. And now Bad Kenny trying to bring it back, and he does. What a Gordo. That was close to a stage spike.
Shadow Sneak doesn't deflect there, but
I love that approach right there. The nair, which cancels on the ground right into the grab. That belly flop, that nair that DDD has is probably one of my favorite aerials.
Yeah, it just turns his whole body into a hitbox,
and it's just so fast when he hits the floor. Nair into up tilt is probably one of his best moves. Just covers so many options. So both players right now just really
really just trying to inch their way closer to knocking the other one out. You know, no one doing anything crazy, but DuL with that great up smash, catching Kenny on the side of it, and knocking him off. So this is DuL's chance right now to take a lead.
Right.
Will he be able to execute on it? Deflecting those Gordos.
Another running up smash. Definitely one of Greninja's better moves. Looks like it's pretty safe too.
The back throw, not enough.
And just for the stream, this, by the way, this is Ribs on the mic.
Yeah, I got Ribs sitting next to me with myself, Sith Lord, Sauce Boss.
And I know you guys were listening to Fatal Strike earlier. He's one of my good friends. We're both transitioning from Gears of War to Smash Brothers.
That's an interesting transition.
I know. It's because Fatal Strike's younger brother, standing right behind me, used to play Smash Brothers competitively, and he's very well known throughout the community just for being a great guy. He's very good friends with Vinny, Anti, a lot of the top players. So I know if I could get, in that group, then I might be able to get good enough practice to be able to compete. So Gears of War is kind of on a
downslope, you might say.
Yeah, we're waiting for the fourth one to come out in 2016 on the Xbox One. So
yeah, you're just kind of in between games right now, really.
Yeah, and it's a long gap. So I love Smash Brothers. Never been a competitive player for it, but why not start now? Start with a new slate, Smash 4.
Yeah, this match though right now is really close.
Yeah, they definitely have learned throughout this match. First game it went to DDD, second game went to DuL, and now it's just tied up. And this match could go either way at this point.
Both players right now just looking for something that'll work on the other one.
And there's that nair.
Double down airs though, getting that percent.
He gets the forward throw. He's gonna throw a shuriken. He gets hit by the Gordo. And right now DDD is gonna be able to come back here. Well, I would like to see from Greninja is a little off-stage gameplay when he's coming back with that up B,
Yeah, he could throw out a forward air or a back air and just force Kenny to recover, differently, And oh my God!
That's it.
What was that?
It looked like DuL went for the Shadow Sneak. He knows that it deflects the Gordo, but he gets hit. He gets hit by DDD and then the Gordo. The Shadow Sneak.
That was absurd. It looked like, for a moment, it almost looked like DDD just grabbed the Gordo and just was like, nope, throwing it back at you. He hit it with a little bit of a hammer and just connected both hits on DuL, and that took his stock and gave Kenny the win 2-1.